Hey guys, welcome back to Rad Resells. My name's Will, and in today's video, we are going over the inventory sales spreadsheet that me and Natalie use, and we are giving it away for free. We ask nothing in return. We really appreciate everyone's love and support that has been shown to us, so we would just love to give back to our reselling community. Since we started using this spreadsheet, it has made bookkeeping for taxes, sourced items, sold items 10 times easier for us. So pay attention a little bit. It's not rocket science. I'm just going to walk you through how I use it to keep track of everything. So we're in the spreadsheet here, and I just want to give you a broad overview. Down at the bottom here, we have these different tabs. Here we have expenses, and I'm going to dive into them. Don't worry. And then I have all the months listed from January to December. And then I have this tab here, selling. It could also be inventory. What I'm going to do is start with the selling tab here, because this is the first step that I would recommend that you do. This is going to be the section where you need to log all of your items. Once you get everything logged, it's going to be a breeze for you, because every time you go sourcing, you just got to go in there and add your 5 to 20 items that you sourced that day. Easy peasy. On the left side here, it's date purchased. It's pretty self-explanatory, and the date sold, you're going to actually leave empty along with platform, selling price, and profit. That's going to come into play when you move it over to one of the months that you're in that it sells, and you'll fill that in later. When you get home from a sourcing trip, I have some examples here. Say today is September 12th. Say I go on a little thrifting spree, and we picked up an Under Armour jacket. Terrible item to resell in my opinion, unless it's new with tags. We're gonna put size large, and we got it for $5.99. okay, and then you do the same thing here, and we got a vintage Adidas hoodie. Cool, size extra large, and we paid $4.89 for that. You just go down the list, log it, boom, done for the day. And then a nice little tip here is, say if you have multiple items that you got in a day, more than 2, what you could do is you just lock on to these 2, and then you could drag down the date so you don't have to type it in a million times. On this page here, on the right side, I have inventory. With this inventory, it keeps track of every penny that you have spent on inventory that has not sold. Come tax time, depending on how you file your taxes, you use that number. And I'll show you here, if I add $12 here, that $33.55 bounces up to $45.55. And then once it is deleted, it also updates. So it's, oh, perfect. So to give you an example of when an item sells, let's just say on eBay, the Rock Revival jeans have sold. What you can do, you want to highlight all of this. Don't worry about this side. You could either right click and you want to cut this. You don't want to copy it, because cutting gets it off of this tab and brings it over to the other one. Copy will essentially just put a copy over on the other tab and leave that here. So you could either cut it, or honestly, I think it's a lot easier to use the Control X, and then you would bring it over to the month that it sold and paste it right inside the purchase section here. And you could do paste, or you could hit Control V. Now, today's date that it sold, 9/12, and then you're going to fill in the blank spots here. So it sold on eBay, and under the selling price, I include the shipping that I charged also. So say if the jeans sold for $60 and shipping was $8 that I charged, I'm going to put $68 here. And then in the profit section is where I'm going to put after eBay fees, and if there's any promotional fees that you were charged. Just to throw out a number, let's say $55. And then the next one is the shipping. So just say it costed me actually $8.30 to ship. You will see right here that it will give you your net profit after all fees, cost of goods right there. And then on the right side here, gross sales, which is the 68 here, and then the net profit. And then as you continue down here, at the end of the month, you will have your gross sales number and your net profit for all platforms. And then to give another example for a different platform, say the Eagles jacket sold on the same day. Amazing. I love good sales. And this one sold on Poshmark for 50 bucks. Would walk away with $40 from Poshmark. And since the buyer pays shipping on Poshmark, we're going to put $0 here. So we would walk away with a profit of $34.01 on this $5.99 Eagles jacket. As you start filling this out, I have an example here. It's color coded for the different types of greens depending on how much profit. Say the month is over and this is all of my sales. I have a taxes tab here depending on how much you want to tuck away for the end of the year taxes. Typically I will take a certain percentage of the net profit, put it in the taxes, and then I personally just move that into a separate account for me and Natalie. Talk to your tax guy of how much percent you should be stashing away. That is really the gist of it. You just have to keep up with it as you're shipping. Just do this. It'll make your life so much easier. And right over here is the expenses tab. To start over here, this is going to be expensed items. So the merchant, I have Amazon here, and then the expensed item is the item that I purchased from them, and then right here is the price, and then the total for it is going to be right here for all of your expenses. So as you buy more laptops, because you can't have enough laptops, and you spend 500 bucks, that's going to update to 1631. So you fill this out throughout the year, just so at the end of the year there is no guessing. There's not like, oh, I know I bought something in February that was big, what was it? I'll be honest, photo backup I would totally forget for Google Photos, OxyClean that we need to clean the clothing, different types of stuff like that. As soon as you buy it, just log in here and log it. And then in the red section here, this is the damaged items. So this is where I would put, say if we bought something from Goodwill, like a Eddie Bauer fleece jacket. This is a real example. We bought it from Goodwill for $6. Turns out there was a gaping hole in the armpit. It was past the 4-day return window that we had at our Goodwill, so we just got to chalk it up as a loss. You could write that off. And then right over here to the right, it's going to be the business meals. So date, where you went, and the price. Now with these tabs down below, you can move them around. A lot of the times what I'll do is the month that I'm working on, so September for example, I will move that right up to the front next to selling. So what I could do is just go back and forth, boom boom, right there. When you click the link below to open the spreadsheet, it's going to come up to the main page and you will have only the option to view only. So in order to save your copy of the spreadsheet, you just go to File and then hit Make a Copy, name it whatever you want, and then just hit Make a Copy, and then it'll be in your Google Sheets. I recommend that you set it as a bookmark so it's very easy to find and to get to. And now when you sold an item, and I'm going to use the example from me and Natalie's spreadsheet here. These are all of our logged items here, and as you see, it does become a lot. So a quick tip with your computer, if you're on Microsoft, you hit Control F, that's like finding something, and then right here you could type in anything that you're going to look for. So let's just say I'm trying to find something that's Chubbies. You just type in Chubbies, and right here it shows us that we only have 2 items. We got Chubbies Kids Swim Trunks, or I could hit down and it'll bring me to the next one. We also have a Chubbies gray sweatshirt. So with this spreadsheet, like I said, it's not rocket science. It's very tedious work, but this will set you up for success for when it comes to tax time, because when me and Natalie first started reselling, I was keeping track of all of our fees and everything on post-it notes. This spreadsheet I could not recommend enough to you guys, and like I said, it is totally free. Down below, right below the spreadsheet link, I'm going to put a buy me a coffee link. This is only if you would like to help support our channel. If you found any value in this video or any of the other hundreds of videos that we have posted, we greatly appreciate you guys either way, and thank you so much for all of your support and love that you have showed us all throughout these years. Since we have started our reselling journey, we really couldn't have done this without you. If you have any questions about this spreadsheet or anything at all, just leave us a comment and like, subscribe. That really helps out the channel. We greatly appreciate it. And besides that, we'll see you guys on the next one.